Come on, quick. Look at this retard.
I feel your energy, feel you right next to me.
What's going on, lads? Today you have the HolyTrinityAus and we'll be doing Premier League predictions. We have BigPete, SlickDayVi and Wavey. Let's get it. Passing it on to SlickDayVi.
Who else would it be, genius?
Oh my fucking god, let me do the fucking intro, you gronk. Oh my days. Alright, SlickDayVi, please introduce your bottom three relegating teams.
So I believe in the bottom three will be Watford at 20, Newcastle at 19, and Brentford at 18.
Not bad.
And why do you say that?
Watford's newly promoted, they're just shit. The only player I know is Danny. Ever since they've downgraded from the t-shirt sponsor, they're shit. Newcastle, I don't know. I just kind of had a last place for them there. And Brentford, they're just shit. If you've seen their pitch, then they're just shit.
I mean, that is a very fair prediction.
Alright, so for my bottom three spots, I got Norwich at 20, Watford at 19th, and this might be a bit of a shocker, but I got Southampton at 18th.
Southampton?
Yeah, Southampton.
How do you violate them like that?
They just lost their top scorer, Danny Ings, to Villa. And now it looks like Ward-Prowse is going to be out the door. Maybe, maybe not. Norwich, newly promoted, they're garbage. They had like a few shock wins when they were back in the Prem.
Against Man City.
And then Watford, like, what do I got to say? They're not that good. So yeah, that's my bottom three prediction.
Let's go, Wavey.
Not bad, BigPete. But now Wavey has to set it straight. At number 20, we have Man United. I mean, who is Man United? They're just a shit team overall. You can't argue with that one. Number 19, BigPete's not going to be happy about this one. It's Man City. Pep has spent almost 1 billion on absolute shit, useless players, not realizing that he has KDB in his squad. Come on, man. And at number 18, Natural Red, I'm sorry, but it has to be Liverpool. Liverpool haven't scored one good goal since Salah stopped scoring. Like, they just need some kind of big comeback. They need a big push. I don't even know who their manager is anymore. And now, the next three shit teams. BigPete, start us off.
Alright, so after his shocking relegation, garbage picks, I got this for my next three. I got Brentford just surviving relegation on 17th. Then 15 and 16 pretty tough for me. I had Brighton going finishing 16th, and then Burnley finishing 15th. Burnley are a team that somehow always manage to survive relegation. They're like always in the Prem. It does my head in. Get them out.
Number 17, I have just surviving Crystal Palace. I don't know, they always have a shock win, but then they just lose to everyone in the bottom half. I have Norwich at 16th. I feel like they're more experienced in the Prem. They have an extra season that they had last season. So I feel like they could just survive. And at 15, I have Burnley as well, same as BigPete's. And yeah, I just don't see Burnley as a big threat. I feel like they could just clutch up a few draws, but that's basically it.
All right, pretty good evaluation. But now for Wavey to set it straight again. Number 17, it saddens me to say that we have Chelsea. The ultimate best team of all time. The Champions League winners. And unfortunately, they have to come at number 17. They don't get relegated, but they just skimmed that. Number 15, Leicester. Leicester used to be a good team, but now they're just not popping up anymore. Where's Vardy? Where is he?
There's no way you made these predictions sitting there seriously. What are you doing?
I was in the toilet while I was doing it. At number 13, we have Leeds. They have Bamford, Phillips. They score goals, but rarely. So they're somewhere in the middle
Rarely.
of that ladder. I don't care
Rarely.
where it is.
Rarely. Bro, they score like the most goals.
No, they don't.
They score heaps.
No, like, I understand when they play against big teams, they genuinely don't lose by like a huge amount. Like with Liverpool, they usually get a few goals in, but they still end up like in the middle of the ladder. They don't do that well. But again, they're not like relegation candidates either. So around like the 10th spot, they should be vibing, you know. And at number 12, we have Tottenham.
All right. Now for my next three picks.
Wait. Is Harry Kane still at Tottenham? That's my question.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So for my next three picks, 14th I got Crystal Palace. 13th I got Newcastle. They might be signing Joe Willock from Arsenal, so he had a good loan spell last season. And number 12 I got Leeds. Pretty good team. They got Nat Phillips, who's in my fantasy team. He better do good this season. Got Bamford, just signed Junior Firpo from Barca. I reckon they'll do well.
What the hell's the point of fantasy Premier League?
To get points. Have fun.
You play against
And
your mates
well.
and have points.
Fucking pointless.
So in 14th place, I have Southampton. I don't see him as a big threat anymore. 13th in Leeds. I just feel like Leeds choke too many wins. Like, they're almost there, but then they just concede. And at 12th, I have Brighton. Again, Brighton's just that team that gives all the top teams such a struggle, but then they don't do anything against the lower teams.
Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Brighton are dog shit. There's no way you put them that high.
No, let's be fair though. Brighton came from the second league, and they've always been fighting for, well, not like top spots, but like from spot 10 to 5. Let's just say that.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Cause then I start to taste them. I say,
Alright, at 11th, I have Aston Villa. Last season, Aston Villa did quite well. Shock wins, I guess. But they did lose their best player, Jack Grealish. But however, they still have Ollie Watkins, I believe. And some other players, which I can't name off the top of my head. They're a solid team. 10th, I see Wolves coming back up. Even though they lost their Portuguese manager. I feel like there's been a good squad rebuild. Maybe, we'll see. And at 9th, I have Everton. Everton just always start off the season well, but then they just slowly go down, but not too much down. And that's me.
Alright, so I had the exact same positions as Vitaly over here. I had 11th, Aston Villa. They just lost Jack Grealish, but they signed Southampton's, what's his name?
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings. They signed Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen, the Jamaican beast.
Oh,
And they also got Ollie Watkins. So their front three is looking pretty deadly. Then 10th, I got Wolves. Again, no manager, but they always manage to come between like 10th and 6th. So I'll give that to them. And at number 9, I got Everton. Even though they lost Carlo Ancelotti, they always seem to do good. So that's my next three.
And number 11, we have West Ham. Now, West Ham, I mean, they have Declan Rice, they have Yarmolenko, the legendary Ukrainian.
Yes, sir.
And they don't end up doing shit. It's
bro,
one of
they
those
made
teams
Europa
that
League
just
last
chill.
season.
Right. Every year, they just chill from like number 15 to number 5. So number 10, we have Wolves. Pretty much same as the other lads. Wolves lost their manager, I just heard. So... So yeah, good luck to you, Wolves. And number 9, we have Brighton. As I said before, Brighton just chill around like the 10th spot. Not the best team, but since they came from the second league, you know, they've been doing well. They need some new signings, I reckon. So let's get it for Brighton. And BigPete, please do number 8 to number 6.
Alright, number 8, I've got the shittest team. I don't know how they made it into the Super League, but I got Arsenal. Donkeys, they're all washed up. They've got garbage players. No matter how many players they've just signed this window with Ben White, who's going to flop. Who else they get? I don't even know, because they're all shit players. So, Arsenal will come 8th, because they're losers. Then 7th, I got West Ham. They always do pretty well, but they've lost Lingard, their creative cam. So, I don't know. We'll see what they can do without him. And then 6th, I've got Spurs. Harry Kane still hasn't moved, so he'll be netting in goals for them. Off to SlickDayVi.
Basically, I had the exact same as Pete again. I'm not even kidding. Have a look. 8th, I have Arsenal. Arsenal just always seem to hover. They always seem to rack up enough points. I don't know how. They are the shittest team. I don't know how they made Super League. Then I have West Ham. West Ham did lose Lingard, but they're still a strong team. I know Antonio is aging, but he's aging like fine wine. He's insane. He's a machine. And they just have a solid all-round squad. Declan Rice in there. Hasn't left, I don't believe. And then at 6th, I see Tottenham. I just don't see them doing anything. They'll start off well, but then they'll just like lose and draw against the shitty teams in like the midway of the season. And yeah, like I don't see Kane doing that much. Son is, when he's just blocked, doesn't do much. And yeah, that's my 8th to 6th.
Alrighty. Number 8, we have Watford. Now, Watford have been hanging around from like number 15 to number 20 for the past like infinite amount of seasons. I can't even remember. But I reckon this season, it's their big return. They're going to make big signings. They're going to come top 10. They're going to sack their manager and they're going to get a better one. Number 7, Tottenham. I'm hoping that Tottenham for one season can do great. I couldn't really place them in that top 5 spot. I've saved that for some really great teams. But Tottenham, I reckon you can place at number 7 if Harry Kane can come through for you. Harry Kane, this one's on you because you have no other good players in your team. Number 6, Southampton. I mean, you don't really have to explain this one. Southampton is just an elite team.
They have, what's his name? Michael Obafemi. He's going to get the most amount of goals this season.
You already know.
He's on my fantasy.
Now, we're moving
He's on
on
my fantasy.
Who?
How
Who's
dare
Mike?
you interrupt me, you pet?
Obafemi.
Who's
He
Mike?
scored the equaliser against United like ages ago when he was a substitute. But he's the shittest player. He gets no game time. But he's the cheap player that I just got for my squad. So I
Who
can...
let you speak?
I don't give a F. What you wanna get? Smoke cigarette?
English girl named Fiona. African girl Adiola. Body yoddy shaped like cola. Back up, here come closer. Vida loca. Bullet high as a cat, never sober.
Player of the year. We will start off with BigPete.
For my player of the year, I don't want to say this. As much as it hurts my heart to say this, I got Bruno Fernandes winning player of the year. The absolute little rat, goal-scoring, diving prick is going to win player of the year.
I don't believe it. You've betrayed your own. Moving on to SlickDayVi.
Alright, well, for me, as much as I don't hate it, but KDB, he's an amazing player. I know he's got an injury, or I don't know if he's back, but I reckon he'll return back to fitness, and he's just a legend. Like, he's just a master at what he does, and I just feel like he can lead Man City to great places this year. Yep. On to you.
Alrighty, Pharaoh. Now, for my player of the year, I have a player from one of the top 5 teams that I have predicted will come top 5 this season. Do you guys remember the days when Willian was dribbling every team in the Premier League? Do you remember those days?
When his name was William, the cheeky Nigerian, 99 pace on FIFA.
Bro, he's Brazilian.
Willian, the cheeky Nigerian, will be player of the year. For
He's
this
Brazilian.
season. I am telling you.
Hey, what team does he play for? Who?
Oh, no, wait. Oh,
Nah.
Arsenal.
Bro, first of all, he plays for Arsenal and he's Brazilian. What are you on about?
You said Nigerian.
No, I said Nigerian. Mom's like, wait. Anyway, he'll be player of the year. Watch. Just you watch. Now, we're moving on to top penalty scorer.
Off the top of my head, I think it will go to Bruno or maybe Vardy, because this year Premier League has implemented a new rule that it won't be as soft for penalties. So I don't think Man United will get as much people would think. I think it'll be more strict. And Vardy does legit take a lot of penalties as well, but no one realises because it's Leicester and not Man United.
The only goal they can score. Top penalty scorer. SlickDayVi, what are your thoughts?
Top penalty scorer will be Bruno Fernandes or Jamie Vardy, but I think Vardy will top it this season because VAR has implemented new rules and it will be more strict.
And Bruno is just shit. Alright.
Yeah.
BigPete, head us off.
So yeah, as Vitaly said, with the new rules implemented about VAR, players like Bruno can't flop like a bitch. So I've got Jorginho or Vardy getting this one. Because Jorginho did score quite a lot. He's obviously Chelsea's top goal scorer, but I'm not sure if that's going to change with the new signing of Lukaku, who's almost confirmed pretty much, practically is. So I don't know. I think still Jorginho or Vardy.
I reckon it's still going to be Bruno because he's a clown and Man United just rely on him to score goals.
Rely.
I'm telling you, Bruno is going to get 50 goals today. Next season from penalties. Next, we got top goal scorer, and I guess BigPete will have to start again.
Alright, top goal scorer. This is very surprising, even though he's almost confirmed, but I got Chelsea's Lukaku. He was a beast back at Everton and at West Brom. I flopped at Man United, but then when he revived his career back at Inter. So I honestly think when he comes to Chelsea, I reckon he'll be the top goal scorer. And if he doesn't end up joining, I don't know. I think he'll be Vardy.
A lot of pressure on him.
My top goal scorer is Jamie Vardy. I just think he scores basically all the goals for Leicester. Even if when it comes to penalties, when it crosses into the box, he's just there. He's like a Lewandowski of the team. And even like the tap-ins, it's always him. You know what I mean? And I just feel like they rely on him to score. So unless he gets an injury, then that's who I think is the top goal scorer for 2021-22 season.
Well, let's just hope when he scores during the Pride round, let's hope he slide tackles the Pride flag again.
Nosh.
Love that. I think we all know who I'm going to put as my top goal scorer. I mentioned his name before. It's the legend, the superstar, the best player in the world, Michael Obafemi. And not only is he going to be top goal scorer, he's going to beat Messi's record of 92 goals with his 95 goals next season. Can you imagine, guys? Can't wait for his guy to pop off. Alright, next up we have top assister. And this time I'm going to start off because I'm going to say N'Golo Kante. N'Golo just had a mad season. He's won the Champions League, the Premier League. He's just won it all. You know what I'm saying?
Prem.
Are you cooked? He didn't win the Prem.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He just did.
Best midfielder in the Prem. He pretty much won it, alright?
And to me, I believe the top assists will be Bruno Fernandes, not N'Golo Kante, because I believe Kante is more of the playmaker, so he passes for an assist. And I think Bruno's just a cam and he's in the centre, so he just gives off a lot of the passes. He got 12 last season and Kane got 14, but Kane got like 4 shitty assists in one game against Southampton or someone, so Bruno would have won it. Or he got 10 in KDB, but I don't know, but I think Bruno will get it.
Mask on, fuck it, mask on, mask on, fuck it, mask on.
Finally, on to the top 5. SlickDayVi.
This might be a bit controversial, considering we are all 3 different Premier League supporters. But at number 5, I have Leicester City. Yeah, they're just a solid team, but like last season, they choked out of 3rd position, or what was it, 2nd in the few final weeks. 4th, I have Liverpool. I don't see them as a big threat anymore. They aren't very consistent. Who knows, they might go back up. At 3rd, I have Chelsea. They are the Champions League winners. They are the whatever they just won, the UEFA Super Cup winners. But I just don't see them winning the Prem. 2nd, I have Man City. Now, I have reasoning behind this. Last season, United did start off very well. That's because that's my number 1 prediction. They are my favourite team. However, last season we started off very well. We had a good season last season. Everyone overlooks it because we choked a few games. So guys, I cut out, but why I have United at first and Man City at second is because I believe Man United have a strong chance this season. Few new signings, Varane, and obviously Jadon Sancho. That's all we need. We had a good start last season, but we had some few shitty losses and few shitty draws. But I feel like if we're more consistent this season, we have a big squad depth. Fullbacks are good. Our defense is good. We have new goalies. Have squad depth, like I said. I feel like we can win for like the first time in, 10 years. We'll see. Obviously, they're my favourite team.
Choke the City. Alright, so my top 5 is pretty similar to Vitali's. So, 5th, I got Leicester. I don't know. They always just hover around top 5 to 6. And last season, they choked. But I reckon they'll come 5th this season. Next up, we got Liverpool at 4th. Even though VVD's back, Trent's back, and Joe Gomez is back, I don't know. And they just signed Konate. I still don't think they'll do that great. I think they'll have another injury, not a massive one, but a few small ones maybe. And 3, I got Wavey's team, Chelsea. So, even though they may have just brought in Lukaku, but I don't think they can win it all. Even though they won the Champions League, but yeah. Number 2, Vitali's shitty United.
Oh yeah.
And at number 1, I've got Man City winning again. Personally, with the signing of Grealish, I reckon he can help out the City boys, and they just need a striker.
Well, that was fucking boring. At number 5, 4, 3, I have Newcastle, Everton, Brentford. At number 2, I have Arsenal, the Gunners, obviously because of Willian the cheeky Brazilian. Number 1, I have Norwich, the greatest team of all time.
There's no way you're serious with these predictions.
Brett, watch, Norwich is going to come first. Okay, if I'm being real about one prediction, it's that Norwich will come first.
Mads can't even say Norwich, right? It's Norwich.
Alright, so there we have it. That was our Premier League predictions for this upcoming season. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like the fucking video, make our like and dislike ratio good, and get us to 100 subs. Cheers, lads.
The legendary SlickDayVi outro. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Traffic, we can't do imagine G-Wagon, low-key. I been keeping it classy, could be really out here doing them nasty. Niggas couldn't even see me in last year. Just started and them niggas in last year. I ain't even tried to and I passed them. Giving looks, I contribute to fashion. Drop a song, I be giving them caps. Stand alone, not your regular rap.